The Steelers certainly have enough talent to compete in the AFC this season, but whether they actually do will come down to a handful of individual players. If these five guys live up to or exceed their expectations, Pittsburgh has a chance to be one of the biggest surprises in the NFL. If they don't, it could be another disappointing ending. I'm leaving Aaron Rodgers off this list because that's too easy. Every NFL team depends on its quarterback. Instead, these are the five non-quarterbacks that will make or break the Steelers' 2026 season. Number 5 on the list is TJ Watt. Every Steelers fan knows the impact he has when he's at his best. He commands extra attention on every snap, and he's at the forefront of every quarterback's mind. While TJ is still one of the best edge rushers in football, he isn't quite the same game wrecker he was during his 22.5 sack season. Now entering his age 32 season after dealing with a handful of nagging injuries over the last few years, it's fair to wonder if he can still reach that level. But if TJ Watt can get back to consistently taking over games in 2026, it'll completely change the ceiling of this Steelers defense and the team as a whole. Luckily, the Steelers have depth behind him if TJ were to miss some time again, but they certainly want him out there for as many snaps as possible. Number 4 is going to be Michael Pittman. The reason he's so high on the list is because of what the Steelers have lacked for so long. A true second threat in the wideout room that can take pressure off the primary target. It was especially evident last year as DK was never able to generate space and create a rhythm with Rodgers. Michael Pittman Jr. is the perfect fit to add to a duo like Rodgers and Metcalf. He's a savvy veteran and knows how to create space. The addition of Pittman is going to stretch the defense and command more attention to his side of the field, allowing DK to see some more favorable matchups throughout the season. If Pittman can replicate what he's done for years in Indy, it will work wonders for this offense as a whole. The biggest weakness of the Steelers' offense has been the inability to sustain drives, and this addition of another target should help alleviate that issue. Peyton Wilson is number 3 on the list. We know what we were getting out of Patrick Queen heading into his year 7 in the NFL and 3rd in Pittsburgh, and it just simply isn't enough. The lack of production from the middle linebacking group has been arguably the biggest Achilles heel of this defense since Ryan Shazier got injured. Peyton Wilson has shown improvement throughout his young career, but another step up this year would change this defense entirely. Wilson has shown the speed and agility necessary to play his position at a high level, and another year of development could be all he needs to break out. An improved Peyton Wilson working alongside Patrick Queen would undoubtedly turn this defense into one of the league's best. Number 2 make-or-break player is going to be Jalen Ramsey. Ramsey is one of the most experienced DBs in the entire league and is no doubt a leader on this Steelers defense. The Steelers have revamped the secondary since the beginning of last year, moving Ramsey to free safety and signing Jamel Dean to play the second cornerback position beside Joey Porter Jr. I expect Ramsey to play a center field kind of role in Pittsburgh and be playing a deep zone instead of manning up all the time. I think this is where Ramsey is really going to excel with his experience and skill set at the age. I expect Ramsey to transition with a full season of playing free safety quite nicely, and he's got a great secondary group around him that I expect to help out. If Ramsey struggles to adjust to playing safety and nickel full-time, it could create a hole in the Steelers' defense, which they have nothing else to patch it with. However, if he thrives, the secondary can give the Steelers' pass rush even more time to get to the quarterback and wreak havoc, changing games. The player that has the most make-or-break potential of 2026 is Troy Fautanu. As mentioned before, the quarterback is the most important position on the field, and Fautanu is the guy primarily responsible for protecting 42-year-old Rodgers in 2026. We saw a year ago Rodgers hasn't lost a ton of the skill that he's had throughout his legendary career, and he just needs some time to get things working. If Fautanu can hold his own at left tackle against a lot of the opponent's best pass rushers, Rodgers could be able to pick apart defenses with his improved group of weapons. Obviously, pass protection does not come down entirely to one lineman, but Fautanu at the left tackle spot is obviously the leader and most important lineman this year. We saw a year ago the impact of increased pressure and hits on Rodgers. He suffered a broken wrist, missing a game and a half, and looked compromised in several others. If Fautanu can lead this group in keeping Rodgers upright and healthy, this team can take off in 2026. Overall, the Steelers have a lot of impact players that are going to make a big difference on how the season goes, but these five I expect to have the most make or break potential heading into 2026.